Alright, we got an E30 in the shop today, and today we're going to be upgrading the brakes. Alright, so we got drilled and slotted rotors and ceramic pads from, I believe, Sequence. I'll put a link in the bio for them, but yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to be doing the front passenger side first, so I already got the car jacked up. I'm just going to take all the lug nuts off, take the wheel off. So once you got the wheel off, I also had to pull off the wheel adapter, which is just 4 Allen heads. You want to take off the caliper, so it's 2 13mm, one right there, one right there, and this kind of just pops off and you can move it out of the way. Alright, so we got the caliper off, and as you can see, I just set it right here. The brake line is long enough to just set on the ground, so you don't have to like put a bungee cord and like tie it up or whatever. And the brake pads, they're outworn, but they're super old. You can see they're like deteriorating, and so yeah, they definitely need to be replaced. And now to pull the caliper bracket off so we can get the rotor off, I believe it's just 2 19mm, one right there, and one right there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we got the caliper bolts out now, and just pull that right off, and the rotor should come off as well. There you go. Now we can grab the new rotor and put it on. So we got the rotor on. I just ended up bolting in the adapter just to hold the rotor in place, makes it a little easier. But now we're just gonna grease the sliders, the caliper bracket. They just pull right out of there, and then we can put the caliper bracket back on. And the grease I'm using is just CRC brake caliper grease. I have pretty good luck with it, so I just use that. Another thing is I'm up in New England, so rust is definitely an issue, and I always put for my brakes. I always put never sees on all the bolts. I don't know if you guys saw me put them on these. I put them on the back of the rotor so that doesn't rust the wheel bearing. So yeah, if you put it on all these bolts, they don't get stuck in there and rust. Oh, also I'm probably gonna end up ripping this dust shield off as well, heat shield, whatever you want to call it, because it is completely rotted off. It's just attached by the bottom, so it's gonna cause problems. So just gonna end up pulling this thing right off. Next we can put the brake pads in, so you just gotta grease it up right there for them to slide on. Alright, so once you grease them, you're gonna get grease on the caliper, rotor probably, so you don't want that. So you just spin it around and then just like that, just wipe it off. You don't have any grease. And these just slide right on. Alright, so to compress the caliper piston, I just got a big C-clamp here, and then you just spin it like this, and then it should just compress. You can see it start to go in, just like that. And you just keep going until it doesn't go anymore, and then we can throw the caliper onto you. Alright, so that once you get this on, you're all set. You just gotta throw the real wheel back on. Also, one thing I did forget to mention is that these are side specific. If you look at this one, it says right, this is the rear, so the right side. Same with this one. This one had a little bar sticker on it, so that means it's on the passenger side, because these are oriented in a specific way. Alright, so we got the rear jacked up now. I'm just gonna pull this rim off and then show you guys how to do the rears. Alright, so we got the wheel and the adapter off the rear, and now we're gonna pull off the caliper just like last time. And the rears, it's a 7mm. You can see it fits in there. Just take this one, and then there's a bolt down here as well. Alright, so got them both out. You can see that this is a different way than the fronts, and the caliper actually slides on the bolt. It's got this machine surface, so we'll have to grease this up when we put it back in. So once you do that, you're gonna pop off this clip right here. Just pops out like that. You can take the caliper and it just comes right off. Pads fall out. And then to take the caliper bracket off, it is 2/17ths right there, right there. And I am gonna have to torch those as well, just like I did the fronts, because they're rusted on there. So I'm gonna do that. Caliper bracket off, you just pull the rotor right off. As you can see, this has the e-brake on the inside for the rear, drum style. Alright, so once you got the rotor off and you put never sees, you can go ahead and throw the new rotor back on. Just like that. Make sure it lines up. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw the adapter on as well. That way I can hold the rotor in place and just move around. Alright, so I also went ahead and got the caliper bracket on as well and put grease on it. And now I also took the big C-clamp like I did in the front and compressed the caliper piston down. And now I can just put the brake pads in and throw this back on. Alright, so for the brake pads, this one you can just slide it into its groove right there. And this one you can see it has like little clips, and it basically just clips into the caliper piston, just like that. Okay, so as you can see, it's clipped in, and then just set it down, just like that. Now we can put the bolts back into here, and we'll be all set. Also, before you put these in, you gotta make sure you grease them, and then you can just put them right in. And then the kit came with the new clip that you also have to put on right here. So basically these tabs go underneath here, and then see these two tabs, they go in these two holes. Alright, so once you get that clip on, you just gotta put these little caps back into here. And my lid just died, but just take these caps, put them in there, and you are all done. Just gotta put the wheel back on now and go ahead and do the other two sides. Alright, so I got the car out of the shop now, and I also went ahead and bled all the brakes as well. It hasn't been bled since who knows when, and this is an 86, so definitely needed that to be done. But yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. It's on BBS's, air rides, airbags, got the setup in the rear window, Duracell battery, it's pretty sweet. So, but yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up. Gonna have a few more projects coming up. I still gotta pull the tranny out of the Integra. That's probably gonna be my next video, and go from there. But peace.